Good morning, PASW, staff, clients, friends joining us. Welcome to Friday's class. Thank God it's Friday, right? We've had a long, busy week, and but we've learned a lot. We learned about John Adams. Then we learned about the phenomenon of the one-hit wonder, which we'll do more classes of. There's a lot of other songs. And since it's Friday, I thought we'd take it a little bit easy and do some music listening, because I miss doing that with you guys and getting the live feedback. And this song is a very special song to me. I say that every class, I know, but it really is. And it's something that we should listen to because it evokes so much imagery and happiness without being sappy or cheesy, I think. So I did play this in class, I think in the red group one time. And BJ had some great comments. I don't know if you're watching, BJ, but I still remember what you said. I want you guys to comment below and tell me what you guys think of this piece. But first, let's talk about the composer of the piece. Then we can. Well, I don't know. We got all day. Well, we got 10 minutes, but that's enough. So the piece I'm going to play is called Tongpu, and it's called that means east wind, and it's a piece by Ryuichi Sakamoto. So he's a Japanese composer, singer, songwriter, record producer, activist, actor, a huge range of musical styles as a solo artist and as a member of Yellow Magic Orchestra, YMO, which was kind of this electronic group in the late 70s, kind of like Kraftwerk, but they were using electronic music in a whole new genre of music, which was cool. So this song is from one of their early albums, but the one we're going to be focusing on is the same song, only written for two pianos. So piano four hand, that's what they call. Obviously we don't have four hands, but two people make four hands. And so that's a style of music where I've written a piano sonata for two pianos, just FYI. So, we're going to be... So Ryuichi Sakamoto is a great composer, still thriving, still living. And he wrote this beautiful song. Little background. When I lived in New York in 2003, right after high school, I was friends with an intern, and she was so sweet to me because I was so miserable living in New York. I was homesick. I didn't know myself. This was before therapy and medication, and this was I was still a kid in a city. And although I had my best friend Robert going to college in Manhattan, he was connected there, and I was just disconnected from myself. But Ichiho is this girl that who was another intern, and she kept playing this song. And I couldn't get out of my head. And I was like, well, what is that song? And she introduced me to the song that we're about to listen to. And I just thought it was such a fun, happy, energetic song. I loved it. And she brought on the music one day. And this was at Philip Glass's studio. And he wasn't there. So, and not many people were around. So we went in and we tried to play it together on the Baldwin piano in Philip Glass's studio, and I'm such a bad sight reader, but she could play it okay, and we tried to play it, and it was such a fun afternoon, and so I'll always think of her during that song, and I'll always think of my mom too, because she loves this song. This is one of her favorite songs. It's and I remember playing it for them when I came back from New York in winter. We'd spend, after Christmas, we'd go to Idlewild, and we were walking to the local market. And I said, you gotta put on these headphones. You gotta listen to this song that I just heard in New York. And it was kind of atypical, because usually I don't really, unless it's in the right moment, I won't play anybody music. But this was just such an exciting piece, and it did make me miss New York, even though I was back in LA. We always miss what we don't have access to or don't have, right? So my mom loved it immediately. It's one of those songs you'll love immediately, and I mean, maybe you won't, but I think so. It's hard not to like it, and afterwards we can talk about what the style and the genre is, but mostly I want you to really enjoy and relax and let me know where this takes you in your mind. So this version we're going to hear is for 2 pianos. So let's listen to East Wind by Ryuichi Sakamoto. So it's kind of like a jazz piece, but not really jazz, kind of classical, not really classical, film score like, maybe video game like, and I mean that in a good way because there's some amazing video game music out there. So animated, so energetic, so happy. Takes you through peaks and valleys. It slows down, then it gets going again. It's hard not to tap your foot to it, and it just is just a breath of fresh air and energy. And I hope you enjoyed it. Ryuichi Sakamoto, such a fun, refreshing song. Comment below and let me know what it reminds you of. The beach, the mountains, New York, whatever it is. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and miss you and love you all. And I'll see you on Monday. Okay.